So the most common question I get is, how do I clean my makeup brushes? So today I'm going to show you. Fill this mug with a little bit of shampoo and water, warm water. Put all my brushes in there, including beauty blenders. Put that in there too, just let everything soak. And then I'll let it soak on the counter for a few minutes. And then I'll come back and wash them. So after my brushes have soaked for a few minutes, you don't want them to soak for too long because you don't want the water to soak up into the brush head and get into the glue, because if that happens, then you're more likely to have the heads of your brushes come off. So just soak them for a few minutes, don't soak them overnight or anything like that. That's too long. So then you're going to want to take your brush out of the brush bath and swirl it into the brush cleaner, and then wash it on your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then rinse. Continue to rinse your brush until there's no more suds coming out of it, no more makeup. The water runs clear and there's no foamy bits. Squeeze the brush, get all the water out of it. Another thing you'll notice when I'm washing my brush is that I hold the brush upside down. So the brush, it's not getting up into this collar right here where the crimp and the glue is holding the brush together. So if you get water up in here, it's going to ruin your brush over time. Some of my brushes I've had for 20 years. This is an old brush, been around for a long time, and if you take good care of your brushes, they will last a long time. So investing money in brushes is not in vain as long as you take good care of your brushes. So after I've rinsed out the brush, squeeze the water out, always keeping the brush upside down so no water gets up in the collar. Always upside down, and then just lay your brush down flat to dry. How to wash a beauty blender. So this has been soaking in the brush bath for a little bit, so it's kind of full, like a wet sponge gets completely saturated. And then you're going to squeeze it out. And then with your beauty blender completely squeezed like that, so you've squeezed all the air out of it, it's completely compressed in your hand. Now hold it underneath the water and slowly release, and that will soak up a bunch of clean water. Squeeze it again. So I'm just going to do that a few times and fill it up with water and squeeze it out. And it's already starting to get clean just from it having been in the shampoo bath. I'm going to do it one more time, fill it up with water, squeeze it out, and then I'm going to go back into the brush, clean it with the same brush cleaner that I use. I'm going to use it for the beauty blender. And then kind of continue to squeeze it and release, squeeze and release, squeeze and release. And that will bring all of the soap into the beauty blender. It looks pretty clean, but I'm going to go and do it one more time just to make sure it's nice and clean. And then you can smush it around in your hands, continuing to squish it and release it, squish it and release it. And that's really going to get it nice and clean. It looks good, so I'm going to give it one final rinse. Squeeze and release, squeeze and release, squeeze and release. So then I'll just lay those down to dry. You always want to lay your brushes down flat to dry, or even if you want to be extra fastidious, you can elevate your brush so that the water continues to run away from the handle and away from the collar. So that's how I wash brushes. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. And if you've enjoyed this video, please share it. Thank you. Brought to you by Clean Act Young Coconut Milk Brush and Sponge Cleaner. Get you some.
What are you laughing at?